Hello viewers, you are welcome to Uganda Catholic Television and Leadership Magazine Review. I'm called Irene Lamunu. I work as a journalist and the secretary at the magazine. Leadership Magazine has been around for coming to 63 years because we were established in 1956. It has been promoting the Catholic Church, the vocations, and other social stories like my two previous presenters told you. Today I'm just here to talk briefly about Leadership Magazine. It is a magazine that is funded by the Catholic Church. It is mainly funded by the Comboni Missionaries. Our headquarters are found in Mbuya on Boazman Road, plot 10, M10, just in the same compound with Our Lady of Africa Church, Mbuya. We have been running the magazine at Mbuya, at Our Lady of Africa, for close to 5 years now, and that is where our offices are. Leadership Magazine can be found at St. Paul's Bookshop, at the Pauline Bookshop on Kampala Road. You can get a copy there, and then also in your dioceses, we usually have subscribers. We mainly have subscribers in Kampala, Nebi, Arua, Gulu, Masaka, Mbarara, Mubende, Mitiana, Fort Poto, and all Soroti, Moroto, Kotido, and we also have subscribers outside the country that are going outside Africa and outside Europe. In the US, in Europe we have Germany, England, Italy, Austria. Those are all our subscribers. That's where the magazine goes. And then in the US, it goes to many of the states in the US. We have subscribers in Canada and South America. So here today, I am encouraging you to, I know many Catholics have heard about the Leadership Magazine, because personally when I was growing up, I used to see the Leadership Magazine in the school libraries. And then when I grew up after university, that is when I'm like, this magazine is still on. Yes, the magazine is still available. So the magazine at the moment, we produce 6 copies of the magazine every year. It's a bi-monthly, and the subscription is 45,000 shillings. That 45,000 shillings is a subscription for 6 copies of the magazine and a liturgical calendar at the end of the year. I know the Catholics understand it when I say a liturgical calendar. Our calendar comes with daily readings, the daily church readings, and the saints of the day. So you will get yourself a copy of that calendar at the end of the year, free of charge. But if you're not a subscriber, you will have to buy it at 5,000 shillings. So today we are going to look at just a brief sneak peek of what is going to come out in this month's magazine. So this month is the July-August issue. We are bringing it out anytime next week. It will be out, so you can get your copy from St. Pauline's at the Pauline's Bookshop, or you can subscribe to Leadership Magazine, or you can get your copy from any parish in Kampala, everywhere in Uganda. So we are having a church highlight. Here we are going to look at the deportations in the US. And then the Catholic clergies are also rallying behind the immigrants. They're helping they're really fighting for the immigrants, because when you look at the news, the way things are going in the US is not so good for the immigrants. Then we have also looked at the Catholic bishops in Ethiopia, who are calling for a unified voice, confronting the violence that has been happening in Ethiopia for a very long time. The church has come out to speak out. The bishops came together. Then the Pope is also crying out to the end of the war in Gaza, because I know many of you have been following about the war in Gaza, and then what happened. The Pope is saying it's barbaric and it needs to end. Leadership Magazine has a sneak peek of that. And then the Kenyan religious leaders, the in the Interreligious Council in Kenya is also coming out to condemn the dangerous state in which the country is in. You can have a look at that. We have a column by Mr. Venancio Ahabwe, and this time his column is called Inner Happiness, and we have when self-praise is inevitable. I think we all have to praise ourselves once in a while. So Venancio here is telling us that when it's inevitable. So we also have then we have a column. We are going to have other news, like features beyond the aid, a wake-up call for Africa's self-reliance. Now this article goes beyond only the social. It has also come to the churches. We are calling out for self-reliant church everywhere, because the donations are really not coming in anymore. So we really have to work hard and be self-reliant. We are also celebrating indigenous people. You can read an article by Amelia. You will understand what it is, because she has gone a bit into depth of it. Then, like I said here, the self-reliant article here, a wake-up call for Africa. The church is also coming in here. Father Arasu is telling us becoming a self-reliant church and a self-reliant and missionary church is the way to go. So you will read and see what Father Arasu told us. Then we have an article. Now this we are going political, because we don't only look at church news. We also go social, so we are going political a little bit here. The article here is written by Timothy Kalyegira. It is, he's asking a question: why are older citizens vying for the NRM 2026 flag? What is happening to the youth? That is a question you will answer after reading the article. I will not really tell you what it is. Then we have the budget. Uganda's budget came out last month. So many things have been talked about the budget, but here we are also telling you that Ugandans are going to pay 60% of the budget. So you can also read through and tell us, you will understand what the article is about. We have also here savings groups, the many saving groups that so many people have joined in. They have been beneficial to so many people. So many people have benefited from them. So here, there's a lady here who is telling us her story of how she joined the savings group and what she has achieved in it. And maybe if you read it, you could also get inspired to join the savings group if you haven't joined one. Then we have an article, the education column. This column is taken up by Mr. Michael to Mwesije. And today he's writing, can Uganda bridge its education gap to achieve the sustainable development goal for all? Is it possible? I don't know. You find out. You read the article. When the magazine comes out, you read the article, and you will know whether it is sustainable or not. And then I think this is going to be like the best. This one is our leading personality. And this time the leading personality is really a very interesting person, because usually leading personality we have given it to the lay people, but this time we have gone in a little bit out of the box, so we are giving it to a priest this time, and it is Father Masereka, who is the director of Uganda Catholic Television. He has a story here. I will not tell you what the story is about, but when you buy the magazine, you will understand what his story is. It's a very interesting story. So you will see that he's really a leading personality, and I think he's in the right place. So we also have a column of the youth by Jocelyn Biakatonda, Boarding Schools Nurturing a Skeletonless Generation, Holocaust on Uganda's Heritage. Is it true? I don't know, but we shall have a debate about that next time. But you can get yourself a copy and you read it and find out why she's saying this. And then the magazine still goes on. We have the culture. We have a culture column written by Father Kanyike. He's very good in culture. He is really good in culture, and he's is even compiling all his articles in a book, which is going to come out soon. If you read Father Kanyike's articles on culture, or if you get to read one, you will know the reason why you should look for that book. He is very, very good in culture. He understands the African culture so much. He understands different cultures from different countries because he has moved. He's a well-traveled priest. He has traveled and he's really a well-read priest. So you will understand. Here he talks about the importance of tombs in the African tradition or culture. He has other articles, but when you get his book, you will understand. Also, we have a column by a doctor. We have here the health column. Dr. Miriam Lake writes for us. And this time she's talking about a type of cancer called the esophageal cancer. She's telling us 15 things about what you need to know about that cancer, that kind of cancer. So if the other articles are not interesting, but at least this should be a reason why you should get the magazine, because you will get to know what she's talking about, the kind of cancer she's talking about today. We have Dr. Komakech Richard. Dr. Komakech Richard is a botanist, I think. Yes, he is. And he does so much on plants and people. That column has been running in the magazine for so long, for some time. It came to a halt when he was doing his PhD, but when he returned, he requested to resume, so he's doing it again. Here he talks about plants and why he calls it plants and people. He talks about the plants. He will tell you what kind of plants are good, especially people who like herbal medicine. You know, people are going herbal. So Dr. Richard here tells you which plants are good for which medicine, which plants are good for which nutrition. So, and you get it, you'll read it. And today he's talking about what he called a canary melon. I don't know how they call it in Uganda. I have not seen it in Uganda, but at least I've seen it in Acholi. It is called oborokwe in Acholi. So if you know that, it's kind of yellow. It's a yellow fruit, but they remove the seed. So when you look at it, it looks like the yellow passion fruit, but it's a vegetable. You will read about it and you will know. It's a delicacy in the northern Uganda, the north and the eastern Uganda. It's a delicacy, they understand it. So we also have Crystal here with food and nutrition. She also talks about what food you can eat, and this time she's talking about a beef chili with beans. You read it and see how to prepare it and the benefits of it. And then there is another interesting one this time. It's here. It is about Sekabaka Chintu's grave in Mayuge district. There is a myth that Sekabaka Chintu was buried in Mayuge district in a village called Muswikira. It's just a myth. There's so many myths surrounding Sekabaka Chintu, but if you go ahead and get your copy, a magazine, you will read and understand what it has here. Then we also have the book review, and this time the editor is reviewing Hope Does Not Disappoint. That's the title of the book from the Pauline Publication Africa. You can get it at St. Paul's Bookshop, and on Kampala Road. We also have a children's page. We have students from different schools who are commenting about mental health. Learners also shared what they understand by mental health. When someone talks about mental health, the students here are telling us what it is all about. So please, when the magazine comes out at the end of the month, you can get yourself a copy. A copy is only 5,000 shillings, and you will have this 44-page magazine which you can read for a whole month until the next edition comes out. It is good for you, it's good for the children, and it's good for everyone in the home because it has all pages. We cater for everyone in the home. It's a family magazine actually. You will not get embarrassed reading the leadership magazine when your children are around. Instead, you will just tell them, please come and read this. Not like when you see the children are around, let me hide it. No, you will not be embarrassed. So I encourage you to get the leadership magazine. And I think that is all we have for you this time. Hope to see you next time. Thank you. I've been Irene Lamunu.